with the German ninja. But Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochin's office? Why were you not cleaning your own? Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. The Babalese embassy is undergoing renovations from top to bottom. Okay. Which is why both the Primidex statue and the Babalese knife set are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been the real pain, though, huh? Ah, how about that? I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me. An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of a secretary's anger? He was very good at being very mad. Why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Babalese ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. And he got mad at me, saying I should treat the ink with more respect. Apparently orders go up the chain of command around here. So, okay. There was ink. That's about it for what we did this morning, just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. Afternoon activities. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went down together to the Theatrum Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theatre, because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor, to prepare for my handshake photo op with the German ninja. He seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there, in an eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Paleno, I thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there is anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright? Wow, what a handy guy. Oh. It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire. Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything. I won't rest until I've inspected every looking suspicious nook and cranny. We have ink, that I see. There's a bottle of Babalese ink on Mr. Cochin's desk. And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Hey, Mr. Paleno, it looks like your precious Babalese ink is alright after all. What? That's odd. Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please? Aha! Mr. Cochin's ink. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink. I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all. The fire was green? What was the cause? Well, white crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern. And Babalese ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk. The case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Again, he's super shocked. Oh! Are there more things I can interact with? I guess. It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire, but it doesn't look too damaged. Ooh, I think we can rifle through his drawer a bit. Or this drawer a bit. I suppose we really should take a look. Ah! Wait a minute. It's another Pizza Hut logo! Oh my god, I found so many of these. This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. Wait, do I deduce? I guess I deduce. It's like this is the second Pizza Hut logo I've come across in this night. Eureka! The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found. Hey, you're right. What is it? It looks like something straight out of Monument Valley. Ah yes, that notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see. Yes, I do. You do seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you. Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Poleno, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. This looks like Manny's handwriting. I see. In that case... ooh. Did you figure something out? I don't know, ooh. This note was found in Alabast. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II. Damask II? Then this note... Yes, it was a request from Mr. Cochin for Damask II to steal the Primadux statue. What? Manny? Tried to steal Alabast's Primadux statue? We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Cochin? Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this. Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you can tell me would be a great help, Ambassador. Right, so if I speak with him again... There we go, job for Damask II. I believe that you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Cochin hired Damask II. Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as a part of today's event. But because of the Atagarasu and the fire here, that got cancelled, didn't it? I'm actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled. For you see, Babal's statue, well, it's just a replica. And did Mr. Cochin know that about Babal's Primadux statue? Of course he knew. That's why he was the only only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand. Well, when I told Manny my concerns, he said, let me handle it, it'll be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Cadopia. At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realised he was serious. Mr. Cochin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you are the next Cadopian ambassador. But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was, or will be. I don't know the answer to why he was trying so hard, yet, but I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind beyond just simple kindness. Yeah, probably. Gumshoe! Oh, here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, good. Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested? Yep, you got it all right here, sir. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all. What is all this, Gummy? It's all the information on this room that I got from the embassy and Interpol people. Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire. Good work, Detective. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk. Wow, you two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad. What do you mean? As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. Well, don't you worry. I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yatagarasu, just like my father, right? Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is truly a wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust. You bet. So what now, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I'd like to ask you for a favour. Yes? That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? That thing you called your secret weapon, Little Thief. You mean Little Thief? You're coming to rely on it, aren't you? I don't need a crutch like that, I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered, and the Ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire. You got it. Alright, here we go. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Nice. Whoa. It seems there are other things besides what the Ambassador mentioned that have changed. It's possible that we might find the escape route that the person Kay saw used as well. Ooh, what is this? Is it some sort of light show I was not told about? This is the power of a true vigilante. It's recreating the room with the info inputted. Or I inputted. Really? That is certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday. Ahem. I believe it's about time we return to our investigation. True. What is that? It's grandfather clock. It was apparently in a different position before the fire. According to staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir. Which means that most likely it was moved by someone during the fire. Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock now, but I don't hear any chiming. Huh? That's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged the internal mechanisms or something. Ambassador Poleno, may we take a look inside that clock? Sure, go right on ahead. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the insides of this clock. Yes, sir, I'm on it, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir. It looks like a length of wire. So this is what caused the clock to stop chiming. But what was a long length of wire doing inside this clock in the first place? I have no idea. Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock? Sounds like it wasn't Mr. Polino that put the wire in there. Then perhaps it was Mr. Cochin's killer who did. We also have this. Looks like one of the Babalese knives was already missing before the fire began. So it would seem, especially since the other two knives' handles were burned away. The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon. And Babal's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babal, don't you think? I'm not sure I would lump the replica statue in with the rest of Babal's woes. So that's that. These must have been the large green flames Ambassador Polino saw. Ah. With flames like these, it's no wonder he couldn't get in. Okay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out? Yeah, the fire had died out... or something by that time. And this fire in here only burned from the time the fire started on the third floor, until the Yatagarasu appeared and caused a stir in Babal, I suppose. I guess Mr. Poleno was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh? Yes, you could put it that way. And since you were the first to discover the body, we can assume that no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course. I knew it. That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Cochin's killer. That is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came into this room before you. They must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one would be in here. Okay, then maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in. But then what did the person set on fire to make the green flames? Well, whatever it is that person burned, it made a rather sizable fire. And since the fire's green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean. Yes, and I do believe that what you are thinking is exactly why these flames are green. Which fire-related piece of evidence burns the same colour as these green flames? Is it the lantern? I'm guessing so. I would have said the ink. The silhouette lantern, its green flame comes from the white crystal oil it's burning. Yeah, that's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off. I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by white crystal oil. Furthermore, we know that there is only one other thing made from white crystal oil. Oh, you mean that thing Mr. Paleno was mistaken about, right? Yes, precisely. As we found out earlier in our investigation. What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir? Fine, I suppose. I'll explain it in a way that even you can understand. This is a thing made from white crystal oil that Ambassador Paleno was mistaken about. Oh, right, yeah, it's just the ink. I thought it had to be specifically Manny Cochin's ink. Bubbly's ink is made from white crystal oil. Oh, so it should burn the same colour as the flames in the lantern, right? Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Bubbly's ink. Because we found the ink Mr. Cochin used on his desk, right? Yes, however, we know that Mr. Cochin was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames. Oh yeah, I'm beginning to really feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth. It would appear that I finally found it. The smuggling ring's real goal. Made of Bubbly's ink. This is the source of the green flames. Ah, counterfeit bills, of course. What would consume that great of a volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made and are circulating in Zhangfa. You're kidding! You're saying that it was Mr. Cochin who made the counterfeit bills? I am. I believe you could even go so far as to say that he stole Babal's printing press. Ambassador, Mr. Cochin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct? Well, yes, and I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. But never did I think he was using it for such a foul deed. Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will need to be investigated as well. Ah, yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Cochin and concealed his crime. For they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence. There we go. Counterfeit bills were updated. Gumshoe! Detective, you took part in the initial Babal investigation, correct? Yep, sure did. I also helped put out both fires, sir. But that first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. First I tried the elevator, but I guess someone else had the same idea because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I'd have been burnt to a crisp. Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in the case of the fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. Oh? Maybe someone wrote it in a fit of a panic, or fit of panic. Pardon me. Detective, did you see the Yatakarasu that came into the Babalese embassy at all? I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. During the fire. The second fire broke out around the time the Yatakarasu was spotted in Alabast. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babal, which caused some panic. So no one was able to get a good look at this Yatakarasu that entered Babal. Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. But that's not enough to make a positive ID, you know? Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more. A person in a long coat. Sounds like the exact same person I saw. The Yatakarasu that appeared in Alabast has proven to be just a fabrication, not a shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatakarasu that appeared in Babal is also suspect. You can't be serious. Not when we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto you. So the Yatakarasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Cochin, then disappeared. What did you see? By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatakarasu? I did, but, well, this embassy is huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with, and was lost for a while there. You didn't even memorize the layout of the building? You were to guard, Detective? I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. But you know, it was thanks to me being lost that I was able to come to Katie's rescue. Oh, is that a fact? Yeah, it was. It was when I was lost and wandering around in the 3rd floor hallway, sir. When I heard a scream, I headed towards it right away. Oh, that's probably from when I found Mr. Cochin's body. Yeah, I thought it sounded like her, so I got real worried and ran as fast as I could. And it was thanks to Gummy that Sheena wasn't able to take me away. He covered for me until you got here, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, I see. So he can be useful once in a blue moon. Still, it's too bad that Agent Sheena got here before I did. I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her here. Well, just before I got to this room, I saw her coming out of the room next door. Sheena's location. She was in the room next to Mr. Cochin's office up until she tried to arrest Kay. Okay. Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Atagarasu herself earlier. Well, she apparently helped in putting out the first fire. Then during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Atagarasu. She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her. Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? We've examined everything in this office, but there is one thing that bothers me. Perhaps I should ask Ambassador Paleno about it. I guess. Ambassador Paleno, there is something I'd like to ask you about. Yes? About this office, it appears to me to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock. Ah, that's right. You've also paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. Our two embassies actually used to be one. Yes, I know, even the pamphlet mentioned that. Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical. Because this used to be one embassy, offices on the two sides are symmetrical. Nice! So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same. Even where the art is located is the same, as my room is currently under renovation. We worked hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office. You mean for your handshake photo op with the Jamming Ninja? Yes, that's right. I mean, what's a photo like... Oh, what's a photo like that worth if it's not taken in the ambassador's office, right? Yet another odd expression of Babal's obsessively competitive spirit with Alabast, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots. Connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. Oh, right, there's a bunch of shit. I can look at the chair. Man. What? I haven't checked logic in a while. Do I have anything? Oh god, I do. Renovations, Sheena's location, bilateral symmetry. If they're symmetrical, then this will also have a connected fireplace. Which means this room is linked up with a different room. The Alabastian and Babalese sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway. A secret passageway? In Alabast, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall. A revolving wall? It sounds like something out of a ninja house. Wow, there was a trick like that built into the fireplace, sir? What? This embassy holds that kind of secret? There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny. And you know about this room, and what you know about this room. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this. Agreed. My first thought is that it's likely the killer used the revolving fireplace. So the revolving fireplace used. It's possible someone used a revolving fireplace wall. I need to examine it more. Right. Looks like just another fireplace though, doesn't it? So how do you turn it again? In Alabast, I had to push where the X was on the far wall of the fireplace. Oh, I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it. You scared me, sir. There is something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts. Huh? But we found an X where you thought there'd be one, right? No, it's the fact there are... Yeah, something missing. We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from this scene. What does this contradiction mean for us? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. All I see inside this fireplace is starter wood. Ah, that's odd. It doesn't match up with what Mr. Poleno said earlier. What is the meaning of this contradiction? Right now we deduce the wood with Poleno's testimony, because he said that he forgot to get rid of the ashes. There we are. And also the fact there's spilt ink. But it does also say left ashes there. Eureka! Ambassador Poleno, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace today, correct? Yes, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually. And after you did, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct? That's right, but why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face? I'm sorry, I admit I am a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it. Let's see. Huh? Where did all the ashes go? Missing ashes? The ashes that should still be in the fireplace are missing. Where did they go? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't really think that Ambassador Poleno is lying, do you? No, there is no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe his testimony is wrong either. It is the fireplace that is causing the contradiction. Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me. You got it. I'll add in the ashes from the burnt files and... Sounds like we've pretty much figured everything out now, huh? Well, it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led. Or led us. Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, aren't you? Oh, right. Oh, you mean that? Well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know? There's really no need for you two to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. Oh. Don't know about logic. Jesus. Right, missing ashes, and the revolving fireplace was used. There. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple. It's not because someone cleaned them up, right? Ow. No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Poleno said that he spilled some Bubbly's ink while he was burning the files. And yet there is not a trace of the spilled ink on the back of the wall, on the back wall anywhere. Well then, I don't know what happened. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighbouring room. Which means that this is a clear indication that the fireplace was used. There we are, revolving fireplace wall. Then you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there? Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Cochin's killer. And after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace. Escaped through a revolving fireplace. The person Kay was chasing used the fireplace to escape into the room next door. I wonder who that could be? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, you figured out the killer's escape route. I have, but this is only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down. Goddamn. Gina was in the room next to Mr. Cochin's office up until she tried to arrest Kay. Bit suspicious. Wouldn't you say? If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, then it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighbouring room. Well, the person that was in the next room was... Oh, it was that person, sir. Yes, Detective. Agent Sheena. Booyah! Not too shabby. It's looking more and more like Miss Sheena is the killer, isn't it? Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Cochin. I don't have any proof yet, however I know she is hiding something from us. Okay then, why don't we go ask Miss Sheena herself? No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe? Sir, is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I have a two-part special assignment for you. First, I need you to run a handwriting analysis on Damask II's note. Okay, I'll get the lab boys on that right away. Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall. Right now, sir? No, next decade. Of course, now. We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we? Go on, Gummy, you can do it. Alright. I'm gonna do this like a real man. Here I go, through the fireplace and back. You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for such a simple task, Detective. Wow, the wall inside the fireplace really did turn. That's so neat. Now I want to try going through there too. There really is a secret passageway through there. I had no idea. It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the bubbly ink you've spilled, Ambassador, is there on the back wall. Okay, here I go, sir. Detective, I'd like you to go through there, under the same conditions as the killer. Huh? But there's all that ash and stuff. And your point is? Now we're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through. Yes sir. So now we pretty much have the whole picture, right? No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve, such as the Etagaras's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, the 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Miss Yu is related to these embassies. Mr. Edgeworth. A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted. What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said that it's easy if you follow the leads. Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay? If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then all you need to do, or have to do, is show off your fancy schmancy logical deductions. Show off? Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that? Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused, like a laser, on only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked and we haven't unlocked anything yet. But if we think things through calmly, the answer should come to us. Okay, that's the sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know? That is something that I hope practice doesn't make perfect, for your sake. Yay, looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again. Hey, Miss Edgeworth, I'm back, sir. Yes, I can see that. Good work, Detective. Look, you can... wait. Oh, looks like you can use that fireplace like a door, sir. You alright, Gummy? I'm okay. It's just a bit of ash and dust, that's all. Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem is practically turned black. Yeah, well, quite a bit of the unburned ink got on it, sir. I see. Thank you, Detective, you did a fine job. Sheena was wearing all black. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat. What? Oh no, sir, I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, then I'd get it cleaned, but you know. I see. Very well then, as you wish. So because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right? Yes, but that's not all we learned. We actually learned one other important fact. And that is... I'll have to explain it to you later. Right now we need to deal with the handwriting analysis, Detective Gumshoe. Yes sir, I'll be back before you know it. Woo! The handwriting analysis on Mr. Coachen's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let's go and wait in the Theatrum Neutralis, along with Agent Lang and Agent Sheena. Oh yeah. Oh, things are heating up. Yay! Oh man, awesome. Right, so I managed to actually do 2 chapters. I finished middle 1 and middle 2. So now all I have is middle 3, end 1, end 2, end 3. Whew! Still a lot of stuff to go through though. Either way, I will save. And that is gonna be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.